Yeah,
then
I've just clicked live now. We're live
so where
now.
is it? All right, on your Facebook, are we? We on
Yeah.
like live on your Facebook?
Right.
Are we on my Facebook? Just
Yeah.
yours?
Yeah.
What about my Facebook? Who's
Just mine.
Facebook? All right, yeah, that's fine. I can always copy the link later. Yeah, I'll just have a
Right.
look to check if.
Yeah. Right. Anyway.
I'll just check if it's live.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Good evening. Anyway, good evening from the UK, guys. Morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
All right, it's live. Let's see it.
Nice. We've got a beautiful special guest tonight, Elaine Rennie.
Yeah, I have
all the
shared
way
it.
From Sunderland.
Glasgow
We've got all the way
Pavement.
from Sunderland.
Sunderland now, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, obviously, we need to know what's it like to have a mind of a musician. So we are going to get inside your mind tonight, Elaine.
Yeah.
We're going to get inside your mind.
Cool.
So,
it's on my wall too. I shared it. Yeah.
So,
well, it's a lot of fun.
Over to you.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun.
All we need to know is who is Elaine Rennie? Who is Elaine Rennie?
Well, it's a lot of fun to be a musician because you're thinking about music all the time, singing a song in your head constantly. Music all the time, writing songs. It's just water, by the way. Healthy water.
Absolutely.
I've just been singing for an hour now.
Yeah, so
didn't you? So yeah, busy all time. I've been making my albums today. I had to create them myself because I asked many people, they tried, but to get the actual thing that I was looking for, I prayed to God, and then I found how to do it, and now it's worked. There's one, my pictures. That's one of my. I've been making my albums today. Been busy doing them, and they're all done now, just to be printed. What is it? That one's the back cover, and I think it was pretty clever. I managed to do this actually. Well, it was. I didn't. I had to ask God to do it. That's the on the CD on the disc. That one. That's the one of the middle, in the inside cover, and the main cover. Yeah. So, and that's the NHS song and cover, like the NHS and the Knockdown song. So it's been amazing to be able to do that. Now the albums are getting ready this week, getting printed. You see. So I managed to do that today.
Yeah.
Music world.
Yeah. So what I want to know. So what I want to know is, what was your life like before you decided you wanted to sing, be a singer?
Oh, well, I was born thinking of singing. That already was my life from the start. All I wanted to be was a pop star my whole life. But I'll just get this over here because I could show you some. I've been in hundreds of music papers, but I've been in about 9 recently. Got some paper clips. When I was 2 and 3 years old, I used to sing in the mirror with a little hairbrush, and I used to say, when I grow up, when I get big, I'm going to be a pop star. It's never changed. That was me in the Sunderland Echo 4 weeks ago. And then they put me in it again. I was in the Journal and the Evening Chronicle, and I was in the Chronicle Live for singing in my garden for the NHS. And I was in the many papers, actually, many more. I was in the online papers, the County Durham Live, Sunderland Live, Newcastle Live. And this was, God did this for me. He was very kind to me. And there's been some other papers, which I'm still to get them. And then on the radio twice. I've been on the radio twice. Been asking me to be a radio presenter. That was the new little clip about we giving the money to the NHS. I went over to them, giving £250 I was singing for. And an NHS song what I've recently written and recorded. All the money from that will go to the people, the NHS. The Knockdown song to the world, and it's going to be these charities in the world, 12 charities. One of them will be suicidal people, one of them will be mental health ill people, and one will be like drug addicts, alcoholics, abuse victims, and homeless people. And that's just half. Oh, and babies gone to heaven too soon. That's 7 of the 12. I'm going to make like 12 different in a song for each category. So like 12 songs and a new album, and all the money will go to the world and help them and help the. And what's going to happen is the money is going to go to Africa, but here too. And in every city, there's going to be like a concert once a week where people will fall over with miracles from God via the Holy Spirit. Great electric music from heaven that's not even been heard before. Brand new stuff, electric, really rocking stuff like for the youth and that. And then we're going to teach them in every city a music skill, get them off the streets, the homeless and the hopeless and that, and drug addicts and everything. Teach them guitar, singing, dancing, art, drama, music skills, everything, drums, a lot. And then they'll have a purpose for their life. And then we'll get them into the charts, get Sony record label, and work with that and get them through there and have a great life. Help the world with all the money from.
Fantastic.
God's told me I'm going to be number one continuously in the charts for my glory, he said. And when he told me that, he told me about Stars in Her Eyes the same day, 4 years before it happened, 1994. He says, you're going to be on the telly to millions for 4 years in 1998. And he told me what month, the summer and everything. Yeah. So when it happens, I'll help the world with the money, give it all back. But you certainly get tried when you're called from God. You get tried. But the faith gets tested, so does gold.
With whoever's tuned in, put in the comments of who you are, where you're watching from, and all that. And while we're talking about Stars in Their Eyes, what was the experience like?
Well, it's really, really good, actually. I'll have a look, see if we're still live on my wall. I think we are. Well, yes, we are. On my wall, too. Well, I was so amazed because I had no idea that I would even get chosen to go on until I had a dream from God that I was walking through the doors. But that's another story. But what happened really was I was 24 and I was 28, and I was going through a few things, rejection and suffering, and I was a little bit giving up my life. And I said to God, well, look, do a miracle. I'll give you 6 months to do a miracle of my life, something big that I could be accepted, something that'll help me have a bit of confidence, or I'm out of this life. I pretty much said that to God. So within the 6 months, he put me on Stars in Her Eyes. He really answered very well, and it was amazing. And what it was I used to bring my guitar. I was a nursery nurse. I used to take my guitar and sing to the children and sing busking on the street. I started that at 24, singing everywhere I sang. Oh, my battery's gone. Dear me. I can't believe it.
Power of technology, guys. But yeah, there we have Elaine Rennie. I'm sure she'll be back in a couple of minutes. This is all about getting inside the mind of a musician with Elaine Rennie. Now, I've known her for the past few months. We've had some fantastic conversations together. And it's always good to know people who are passionate, who are ambitious about what they want to do with their lives, who know what they want to do. I know what I want to do. I want to talk about mental health, and we've lost her. Elaine wants to be a singer. She is a singer. When she was a little girl, she wanted to be a singer. She's now grown up. She is a singer, and she's been on Stars in Their Eyes, which we were just talking about. So when she comes back, we'll pursue that conversation. Just letting you all know, this video is not just being streamed on Facebook as we speak, but it's also going to be uploaded to YouTube, where you can more than welcome to subscribe. It's my name, Adam Chelton. You can find me on YouTube, but if you can't, we're here. I'm more than welcome to drop you a PM with my link to YouTube. And she's back.
My battery went. I'm using a different phone. my battery ran out. It had 4%.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to last, so I was plugged it into charge at the same time. Anyway, I've got a different phone now. I don't know if it's good a picture, this one, but this one's got plenty battery.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's perfect. It's perfect. So we was talking about your experiences, Stars in
Yes.
Their Eyes.
Yes, I was about to say I took my guitar as a nursery nurse into the children to sing to them, and I would sing Four Non Blondes, what's going on in the streets like busking, and everywhere I sang, people would say to me, "Boy, you sound like the pop star Belinda Carlisle," and I hadn't realised that I did, but I got her album Runaway Horses, and I was almost addicted to it. I loved it, and I loved her from the start. I think that was 1987 or 88, and I really liked it. And some of her songs, I thought she was great and everything, but I had no idea I actually sang like her naturally, without trying. I just got the same voice as her. So when everyone was telling me that I should go on Stars in Her Eyes, I was just laughing it off, thinking, oh yeah. But when I heard it after a year or something, 2 years, people keep saying it to me everywhere I went, and even though I was singing a different song, I thought, well, I may as well try then. So I sent a little tape off of me singing In Too Deep and a couple of other songs. Suddenly I'm in too deep. That one. And then I couldn't believe it. I was at the swimming pool, this Wet and Wild in North Shields. It's a big swimming pool thing with all the slides and outdoor things. And then they called my name on the tannoy, and they says, "Can Elaine, Rennie, go to the box office?" And I went there, and they says, "We've got Stars in Their Eyes on the phone for you." I went, "You kidding?" Because my mum, they'd obviously called my mum's house, and she told them where I was swimming. So there was Stars in Their Eyes on the phone, and they said, "We've chosen you out of like 175,000 people to be one of the contestants, like to try for Stars in Their Eyes." Oh, my internet's about to go. I've just got to adapt from the other phone. Hold on, I'll set some stuff. 2 seconds so it doesn't go. It's just the internet's about to go now. 2 seconds. Let me just share my internet so that it'll stay on. Give me like, if you talk with something for a second, and it just takes me a little second to like, I need to borrow the internet from that phone. Right. Okay, it's done. I said the internet was going to go off, and I'm just having to change the internet with the other phone that the battery ran out of. That's why I'm able to. Yep, there it is. We're all right now. Now it's going to stay. So anyway, the Stars in Her Eyes said,
Fantastic.
well, so I went into Stars in Her Eyes singing In Too Deep, and I sound really like her in that one. And then about 2 weeks later, I was waiting to hear if I actually got chosen. I think I was waiting to hear, and then I had a dream that I was walking through the fancy doors at Stars Eyes where they change your clothes, and I dreamt that I was walking through. But as I walked through, I was walking at a faster pace than In Too Deep. Like In Too Deep would be walking slow, but then Heaven's a Place on Earth is like doing much faster walking out. And I thought that's amazing that that's too fast though for In Too Deep. And then they phoned me the next day after the dream, or the same day, and they said, "We'd like you to sing Heaven's a Place on Earth instead because that's her #1 hit." And I says, "Oh, okay then." And I thought, well, that's why I've dreamt that. I was dreamt that walking faster. So that makes sense. And then I sang it, and I got chosen out of about 175,000 applicants that year. And then I was the winner on the heat. And then I was third on the final of 12. Now, when I knew I was going to be third because God told me. Yep, I do hear his voice. Gets me into trouble hearing from God too, I tell you. You get put in funny places, you know, here. Not everyone understands. Not everyone understands that you hear God's voice. But the night that I won Stars in Her Eyes, I was so amazed to win it. And I went to the hotel room that night, and it might sound crazy, but I married Jesus like a nun. It sounds mad, I know. And God called me Elisha from Elisha in the Bible. Elijah, Elisha, Elisha, feminine version, and gave me a new name. And then he told me that I had a dream. I'm going to be third. That I had to let the boy. I was on a roller coaster ride in this dream, and I had to allow the boy to be first. I had to let the boy win the first, and I was to be third. I was called #3, Elijah to Elisha to Elisha. Elisha, the feminine version. And I used to call myself Elisha on music albums. I've recently gone back to Elaine Rennie now, Elaine M. Rennie. But I still wonder whether to bring Elisha back, you know, from the Bible. So anyway, so I knew I was going to be third because God told me. And then I was third. But I was first in the heat, third in the final. It was all meant to be. And I was really close to God when I had the heat. when I won it. I'd just been baptized in a millionaire's jacuzzi 2 weeks before, and I was so close to God. On the final, I was nearly close to God, but I was having a little battle, so I could have been better. But so probably the heat's the best. But they're both great. And Belinda Carlisle sent me flowers and a fax. And then a couple of years after that, she was on Stars in Her Eyes, on the Celebrity Stars in Her Eyes. She was, and she spoke to Matthew Kelly, and they showed her the video of me. And God had told me next time she'll see me, I'll be watching her seeing me on telly. And then I was. And so he showed her the clip of getting the flowers from her and singing. And she said, well, she did a great job. She says, I was very flattered when I saw her do it. And she says, yep, capri pants next time. But she had the boustique and the scarf. And I remember her words. And she said, I've seen that many times. And she said, but I was very flattered when I saw her do it. She did a great job. And that was exactly her words, because I've seen it so many times. Because to watch Belinda talking about me was even better than me being on Stars in Her Eyes. To see her, I do love her. And it was amazing. And I've met her so many times now. She runs out of a car to meet me once, she did. And then she met me the first time. She kept saying, thank you so much. You're so sweet. She kept thanking me. And I didn't know what she was thanking me for. I mean, I'd give her some flowers and a Bible and presents. But I think she was thanking me for doing the Stars in Her Eyes. I think that's what she was thanking me, because she really was thanking me so much.
Yeah.
She kept saying it repeatedly. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. And then I've met her a few times since then. And then she was driving out a car to Manchester after the Newcastle Arena gig. And the security guard spoke through her window and says, that's the girl that did Stars in Her Eyes on you. She's waiting here at the gate. And she says, is it? And she ran out of her car and ran up to meet me, hugging everything. And I thanked her. I said, oh, thank you so much. Your music has helped me growing up. Listening to your music's helped me, because, I was hurt as a kid and stuff a little bit. I said, and the music really is healing. And she says, take care. Yeah. And she's so nice to me. She's really nice. And yeah, I've seen her be nice to a guy in a wheelchair the first time I met her. She's very nice.
Yeah, so you said you've got a couple of ones tonight.
What's that? Couldn't hear very well what you're saying.
You said you've got a couple. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Yeah. You said you've got a couple of songs you want to sing tonight.
All right, a couple of songs I want to sing. Really? I sing live, you mean? Yeah, of course I can.
Why not?
If you want. Yep.
Sing whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Well, my guitar is just behind me. It's always around. So I can, yeah. Would you like the NHS song or the Knockdown song, or what kind of song were you thinking? I'll reach for the guitar.
Surprise us all. Surprise us all.
Far away.
You can surprise us all.
I just have to get the plectrum out of my coat pocket. 2 seconds. In fact, I'll make this a little higher. If I'm going to sing, I'm best to stand for singing. Because it opens the diaphragm, I think. So I'll stand as well. I'm still standing. I put the coat on because it's more cool, I think, to sing with a coat, with a black coat. You know what I mean? Because I can put the guitar around, is used to it. The guitar won't fall out. Oh, it's better fit. I'll just look better. I'm not sure whether does it sound okay? Without these phones. What does that sound like? Does it sound as clear without the earphones? I've just took them out.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Is that still okay?
Yeah.
It's probably easier. No earphones if I'm singing with the guitar. So, would you like what kind of song would you like? Would you like the Knockdown or the NHS or something else? What do you think?
You can sing whatever you want, Elaine. This is your platform.
Thank you. I'm going to be singing at your stadium soon, yeah? Isn't that fun?